Hey everyone, welcome back to today's video. So I actually wasn't even planning on filming a video today, but I have this kind of new little technique that I've been doing with just perfecting my own skin that I thought I would share with you guys because it actually might come in handy to other people. And what I'm talking about today is being able to cover redness on your skin or any other maybe like melasma or acne or something like that. Just be able to cover something on your skin and still keeping your foundation very light and just very light feeling. Because if you've been with me for a while on my channel, you know that I absolutely cannot stand like heavy foundations. I don't like wearing thick foundations or heavy like full coverage foundations. I like to keep everything super light, but a lot of times when you want to keep things light on your skin, you kind of sacrifice coverage. And my skin is by no means perfect. I do have mild rosacea, so I have some blotchiness to my skin, just some redness here. I have some broken capillaries right here that are always very hard to cover up. Like I would need a very full coverage foundation to be able to cover those. And again, that's just not me. So I've been trying different ways, just gosh, for the past even like couple months, I've been trying different concealers, like under my foundation, over my foundation. I've been trying green primers. I was even trying green correctors and green concealers and just like everything, just to kind of see what I could get away with, you know, covering up some spots and still keeping things light. But it wasn't until like literally 2 days ago that I kind of found this combination and I just was like, oh my God, like this is it. This is exactly what I've been looking for. It works so great. I kind of did a test all day long. I was like hoping that it wasn't gonna like break up and just, you know, the redness come back throughout the day, and it didn't. Like it honestly stayed flawless all day. So that's why I was like, all right, I'm gonna sit down today. I'm gonna share that with you guys, and hopefully maybe this will help you guys out. Now it's not some big crazy like secret products or anything like that. Like these are products that maybe you already are using and doing yourself, but I just discovered them and I love them. So anyway, let's just stop rambling. I'm gonna share with you guys exactly what I do to cover the redness, get my skin looking flawless, but still keep my more lightweight foundations and just keep everything super light like I like it. So let's just get started. Okay, so I have nothing on my skin right now other than a couple of my skincare products. I was just pulling this out to use this morning. This is my SPF because that's always my last step in my everyday skincare routine. But this is actually kind of a little bit of a helpful tip in my covering redness and evening out my skin tone. So I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna apply it with my skincare this morning. I'm gonna save it for this video because this really does, it's kind of like my first step. And it's the Ulta MD, the UV Elements. It's the broad spectrum SPF 44. You guys have heard me talk about this so much. But the reason that this is part of my like helping to create a more flawless base and take away some of the redness is because it is a tinted formula and it actually does help to even out my skin tone. You're gonna see when I apply it just how, you know, a little bit just helps to really even everything out. So like I said, this is just kind of my first step. So I'm gonna share that with you guys today just because it works. So I'm gonna pump out. I usually do about 2 pumps of this. And you can see before I apply anything to my skin, you can see, you know, I have some redness. It's a pain in the butt, but that's life. So many of us deal with redness to our skin or melasma or some type of, you know, skin condition like that. So it's very common, which stinks, but we all have to kind of work around it. So let's get rid of it. So I'm gonna take my SPF and go over my entire face. As I'm doing it, you can see how it just really very ever so lightly just perfects your skin a little bit more. Just covers up some of that redness a little bit. And like I said, it's just a quick little helpful thing that you're getting your SPF, but you are helping to even out and perfect your skin a little bit. So you can kind of see the difference there. It definitely does help with some of the redness. Now again, what I do next is gonna help even more, but that is the first step. So the next step of what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our primer. Now I'm gonna use today the 100% pure mattifying primer. You can use any primer that you like for your skin. It's not like a crucial step to really getting rid of the redness, but I do always start my makeup routine with a primer, and I'm just gonna use this one today. So I'm gonna pump some of that out on my finger, rub it between my fingers, and I'm going to apply this just lightly down the T-zone. Just helps to smooth your skin, smooth out any of those little lines and wrinkles and pores, and just keep everything looking good throughout the day. All right, so we got our primer on. So this is the next step, and now this is the crucial step. Now this product is the one that I just started playing with the other day. I found it to be so perfect and exactly what I was looking for. Like I said, I've tried green concealers, green correctors, like anything, because green is supposed to cancel out redness in your skin, and everything that I tried, the darn redness would still peek through until I found this, and it's the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Redness. Now again, this is not a new product. So many of you guys probably already use this, and I'm just late to the game. If that's the case, sorry for this, but I just found this and I absolutely love it. I mean, it honestly works so insanely good. So I'm gonna show you guys how I use it. This actually does come in 2 shades now. I am using it in the light beige. There is another lighter version now. So just depending on your skin tone, just get the one that matches you. But this one is the darker of the 2. And you can see it just comes in a little pot like this. I'm actually gonna use what's on the lid because there's always a good amount stuck to the lid, because you only need a little bit of this product too. A little bit goes a long way. I found the more you use, it doesn't look as natural on your skin. So you just need a little bit. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take my finger and just get a little bit on there, just a tiny little bit. And you can see right in here, you can see those beautiful broken capillaries that are just hanging out there. So I'm gonna cover those first. I'm gonna lightly just take this and tap it right onto that area. I just kind of work slowly, just taking a little bit at a time, just really pressing it into the skin and just tapping it on. You can see I only lay down a little bit at a time and just kind of keep working it into the skin. Now I'm going to take a little bit more. I'm going to do the other side because I don't have like crazy broken capillaries or anything, but I do have redness and I want to even out both sides there. So I'm gonna take it and I'm just gonna press it and do the exact same thing. Like I was telling you guys in my other video, this area is like a very common area for redness in women. A lot of women, just hormonal, get redness in this area. So if you're looking for something to kind of perfect that redness, I'm telling you, this does the trick. So I'm gonna take a little bit more and I'm gonna apply to my cheeks here. I always get a little bit of redness up here on my cheeks that peeks through foundations and all that. So I like to put a little bit up there. Again, I'm just kind of bouncing it and pressing it right onto that area. I'm gonna get a little bit more and put it onto this cheek now. Also gonna put some on my nose because I get broken capillaries. I do have a scar on the side of my nose here. What was that, like a few years ago, I guess it was. It was a while ago. Time flies, but I had a little like freckle on the side of my nose that the dermatologist wanted to get checked out. I have so many irregular moles. I've had so many removed. My dad had melanoma and he's okay, but he caught it early enough. But I get my freckles, my moles checked every single year, and I always have to get some removed. So there was one that was irregular there, so they had to cut it out. And she was like, it's gonna leave a little scar. I'm like, I don't care, like, I don't care. Like, I always am very diligent about getting everything checked. So that little scar left a little like red mark, and then because it's a scar, scars form like broken capillaries. Broken capillaries kind of will form around a scar a lot because that's kind of like healing. Like I mentioned before, broken capillaries are coming to the surface to heal your skin. So whenever you have a scar, you're gonna definitely have some broken capillaries around it. So I always have that redness a little bit there, but as you can see, just adding a little bit of that Bye Bye Redness just really helped to cover that up. And then I'm gonna take just a little bit and put it on my chin. The chin is another hormonal area where women are just prone to redness, no matter if you have like rosacea or not. This whole area in general, women are prone to redness with hormones and just aging and all that stuff. So I'm gonna lightly just take a little bit of that, just even out the skin there. All right, so there is just the areas that I applied the Bye Bye Redness. You can see how even that just took down, I mean, my skin, you can see a complete difference where the redness was. So even just that alone, I mean, my nose area, you can see the sides, my cheeky area, like it looks way better. It's just calmed down and you actually really don't even see the product on your skin at all. If I wanted to, I could run out of the house like this and still look more like flawless and my skin look more put together than without anything on my skin. So I love that. So what I'm gonna do now is, because I do want a little bit more coverage, I wanna be a little bit more put together, I wanna put my makeup on for the day. This is my go-to foundation. I literally wear it every single day of my life. It's very lightweight, it's more sheer to light coverage, and again, like I said, I tend to look for that in my foundations. I wanna wear something very light on my skin, but I still want my skin to look perfect. That's why, like, what I'm doing now, I've just been like completely obsessed with. So I'm gonna use this today as my foundation. It is the Osmosis CC cream. You guys have seen this many times in my videos. I'm gonna use this in the shade Sand. And I'm just gonna pump some of this out onto my finger. You can see it comes out like this. And I'm just going to dab it onto my skin here. It's gonna do a little area at a time. And I'm just gonna take my brush and just lightly pat it into the skin. I don't wanna move around the product because I don't wanna move what we just put down. So I'm going to just lightly tap it and press it into the skin. And this does not move that Bye Bye Redness at all when you do it like this. In fact, it helps blend the two of those together, the foundation and that product. So we got that side. I'm gonna take some more on my finger here. We're gonna apply it to this side of the face now, and we're just gonna bounce it around. So you can see with this foundation, you guys are probably wondering if you have never used this before, you can see like all those tiny little like particles on my skin. That's actually the pigment that's in the foundation. But it just kind of like bursts onto your skin and then just blends in perfectly. So now this is the area that has the broken capillaries. So I'm just gonna go ever so lightly, just tapping that on. All right, so I'm gonna get my forehead and my nose next. I'm gonna pump out a little bit more. Now I didn't put any of the Bye Bye Redness on my forehead, but I'm still gonna do the same kind of bouncing, stippling motion with my brush. I find this just works the best with this foundation. It just makes your skin look so flawless. It gives such a nice glow to your skin. That's why I'm obsessed with it. It's just super lightweight, yet it gives your skin the most perfect look. So now again, back with my nose, I'm gonna be very careful not to kind of move or disturb that Bye Bye Redness. So I'm just gonna be very light and tap that onto my skin. Okay, so there is the foundation then with the Bye Bye Redness underneath. And I can't even tell you how insanely flawless my skin looks in person. You guys can see like the redness is gone. And normally with this foundation, because it is so light coverage, it has the redness that peeks through, and then I just kind of usually go over it with my normal concealer and just, you know, apply a little concealer over it. But even when I do that, the redness still peeks through. So this just covers everything enough where I can just spot treat and I can keep my light foundation, keep everything feeling completely nice and light, just how I like it, but my skin looks insane. So I am going to go apply the rest of my makeup really fast, and I will come back and I'll show you guys exactly what everything looks like when I have the rest of my makeup on, so you can just see how perfectly good and flawless my skin looks and just keeping everything light. So I will be right back. All right guys, so I'm back with the rest of my makeup on today. I will list all the makeup that I'm wearing down below in the description box if you're interested in what else I am wearing today, but I just kept everything very light, very fresh. I honestly wear my makeup like this like 99% of the time. I don't even have eyeliner on. I just like to keep it kind of like your skin but better, and you know, just enhance your own natural beauty a little bit. But I'm telling you, oh my gosh, like since I discovered this little technique using some of my favorite products still, I am just so insanely happy. Like my skin, looking in the mirror, my eyes are no longer drawn to like that broken capillary area or that little redness on my cheeks or that little blemish or redness spot. Like it just looks so perfected. This is just what I reach for personally on a daily basis, but feel free to use any tinted moisturizer or your favorite light foundation. It'll do the same thing. This is just really what I wear every single day, and just doing this technique just has perfected my skin. Like looking in the mirror, oh my gosh, it just is amazing. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If it helped anybody out there just going through the same thing that I am, dealing with broken capillaries or redness or any of that stuff, anything you have to cover, melasma, anything. I feel you. As always, thank you guys so much for being here and hanging out with me and just taking the time out of your day to spend watching my videos. I appreciate it so much. If you did enjoy this video, if it did help you out, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It just really helps out my channel and I really, really appreciate it. So thank you guys again. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and I'll see you next time. Bye.